Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Thunder Today YouTube channel. I am your host, Dylan Hibbard, and in today's video, we are going to be fully diving into the Suns and Thunder quarterfinals matchup. We're going to first talk about what happened in their last meeting, just really kind of review what happened. We're also going to look ahead to this matchup. We're going to look at injury reports and who the Thunder have on the injury report and the Suns as well, and we're just going to really dive into this quarterfinal matchup between the Phoenix Suns. But before we get into this, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Once again, if you guys are a daily viewer and you love the videos, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel out so much. So let's get into this, and we're just really going to start off talking about what happened the last time these two teams faced off. They faced off on the day after Thanksgiving, on the Friday after Thanksgiving, and it was actually a really close game. The Suns played the Thunder really well, but the Thunder came out on top of that one, still 123 to 119. But really, the Suns played the Thunder maybe the best all season besides that Portland Trailblazer loss. The Suns looked really good, and it looked like for a little bit that they might have had a chance to go out there and win it. It was a stretch in the fourth where it felt like they weren't going to miss a three, and they were just going to get hot at the right time and just catch the Thunder off guard and win one. But the Thunder were able to hold on to the 4-point lead. And you look at this on the Thunder side of things, Shea had 37 and 8. Chet had 23 and 8. And you had J-Dub back. It was his very first game back. So obviously now that J-Dub's been back, he's got a few games under his belt. He's going to look a lot better than what he did against the Suns the first time through. J-Dub only had 11, 4, and 6 out there his first game out there. So you would expect J-Dub to go out there and have another 20-point performance against the Suns, especially in a high intensity game like this, especially at home. You're going to have the crowd pumped up. And if J-Dub can go out there and have a big performance his first time up there, I think that'll really be big. And then you look at the Suns side of things and kind of their box score on this game that the Thunder won by 4. All their starters had double-digit points. Devin Booker had 21, and Colin Gillespie had a really good game for them. So they were kind of well-rounded in this one, but they also had a few guys injured in that they're going to have this time around. So both of these teams are a lot healthier, and we'll kind of talk about that more as we get into the video. But this should be another good matchup in the quarterfinals of the NBA Cup. But we'll now just really talk about this and kind of just some stuff to talk about. Obviously, this is going to be the first game at 6:30 on Prime, and then the Lakers and Spurs will be the night game at 9 p.m. And this is going to be both of these games are going to be great, and tonight's really going to be showing. And at the time of recording right now, recording this as the Heat and Magic game is going on, and it's really close right now. So maybe we have really 4 good basketball games to watch over these next 2 games. But the Thunder have a chance to go out there, and with their injury report, it looks really good for the Thunder. So we'll see. You know, the Paycom is going to be a little bit more rowdy than just a normal regular season game. They're going to have the court out there. It's going to be a bit more special, especially knowing that there's a trip to Vegas on the line. You always want to go to Vegas and have that chance to go out there and win the NBA Cup, because whether you like it or not, I think there is going to be a point in the near future where NBA Cups if you win an NBA Cup, that might start mattering more on your resume for stuff like the Hall of Fame and stuff like that. Whether you like it or not, say at the end of his career, Shea has 5 NBA Cups won, and then maybe say Wemby at the end of his has 7, and you start considering, well, these guys were able to win in the middle of the season tournament and win some tough games throughout the middle of the season, and then in the same season go out there and win the NBA Finals. Unfortunately, I know you might not want to hear it now, and you might think that'll never happen, but it very well could happen in the near future that NBA Cup titles and stuff like that might be stuff for player resumes. So it's always good for guys like Shea and all them, and guys like Luka and LeBron to go out there and try to win one, just to kind of have it on that resume. Because whether you like it or not, it really kind of feels like they're going to make it feel like that's a very important accolade to have on a player resume for possibly even the Hall of Fame. We'll have to see how serious it gets with the NBA Cup. But really, the matchup for me to kind of watch tonight for this one is how the Suns approach the Thunder defense. The Suns really shot so well that first game. Like I said, it felt like there was a point where they weren't missing any threes anytime they were shooting it. It was going in. And how are the Suns going to be able to replicate that? You're going back into Oklahoma City. You know it's going to be a bigger environment. The stakes are going to be a little bit higher against a team that has not lost in nearly a month, and they haven't lost in so long. They're the defending champs. They're 23-1. They're looking to go 24-1 and tie the best record ever through 25 games, and you're standing in the way, and you're going to have to go out there and really prove it. Can your guys, your role players, go out there and hit shots? Because those are the difference in these road types games and these big games for teams to upset. You know the Thunder role players are a lot more comfortable at home. Can your role players go out there and hit the shots and be putting that pressure on the Thunder defense to maybe lay off your playmakers? And then maybe if you have Devin Booker, you go out there and Booker can go out there and have a big game and just play better all around in that way. So I really think a matchup for the Suns, and really the biggest key for the Suns to possibly pull off the upset, is their role players being able to hit shots and put pressure on the Thunder defense. And I think really that's just going to be the biggest difference throughout this game if the Suns want to be able to pull off the upset against the heavily favored OKC Thunder. But you have to look at this also and look at the injuries. And right now we're looking at it, and with the injuries, it looks like everybody who was out for the Thunder is back. We're going to have Shea back. We're going to have Alex Caruso and Lou Dort are all going to be back. Right now, Hartenstein is still out, but we knew he was still going to be out for a little bit. It looks like Isaiah Joe is going to be out as well, but being able to get Shea, Caruso, and Dort, having probably your 2 or 3 best defenders come back and have those guys back out on the court, you get your MVP back out there. You feel really confident about going into that one, and that's just going to raise more than likely the betting lines now that you're going to have everybody healthy out there, that you're going to become even more of a favorite. And on the Suns side of things, as we're recording right now, the Booker for the Suns is currently questionable, so we're not sure if he's playing right now. It looks like he might be a game-time decision. I'm sure if it's not anything serious, he's going to try to go out there and play, especially for it being something worth just a little bit more, and then being able to possibly upset the defending champs on the road if he can go out there and play and it not be an actual problem and cause long-term problems or really affect the Suns in a bad way. I think he's going to go out there and try to contribute and just apply more pressure, because you know Devin Booker out there, that's going to be one of those guys like a Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, Casey Wallace that you're going to have to put on and really apply a lot of attention and pressure to, because you know that if he can get going in the mid-range, he can really become lethal, and he's a really good three-point shooter as well. So you don't want him to get hot, because that can kind of cause problems and you run into some trouble in that way. So you will have to see how the Thunder approach this. But once again, I think this is a good game, but I think in the long run, the Thunder come out of this and win probably by 15-20. I think the Suns will be close for a good majority, but I think kind of end of the third, start of the fourth, the Thunder just kind of pull away to 10 and kind of extend it out to 15 towards the end and just kind of ease their way out of it. And I think it's going to be kind of close in that first half. The Thunder will kind of build a little bit of a lead in the third, and then I think we'll just kind of wrap it up early fourth and then kind of walk on out there and see who we possibly play between the Spurs and the Lakers. Maybe we get that Lakers rematch and we get a fully healthy Lakers and Thunder matchup. But that'll be it for me today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about this Suns-Thunder matchup. All your thoughts down below. What are you looking for? Let me know that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.